everyone, so in this video I'm going to be making some charm dangles for my haberdashery journal. I've got lots of little bits and pieces here to use in there. Look, I've got little bits of fabric that I've cut out with my pinking shears. I've got this really fluffy wool. Here's another bit of fabric. Where's some more bits? Here's another little bit. Yeah, we could do with some more bits of this red, I think. So let's just cut some of these out with my pinking shears. Just a few more little pieces, I think. As it is a haberdashery journal, I'm sure you would find fabric in a haberdashery journal. So I'll cut this down into 3 like that, and that can go on there as well. And I've got pieces of ribbon. I've got yellow ribbon, I've got threads, I've got a little bit of sari silk there. I've got this I could use. I mean, I could make hundreds of them. And I've got my little beads. So let's get out some little, well, I was going to use the little bulb pins, but then I thought, with it being a haberdashery journal, I maybe ought to use normal pins, you know, like sewing pins. So in here I should have some normal, you know, little safety pins. I think I'll use those, and I think that might decide how many I'm going to make, because I don't know how many I've got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 will be plenty. Do you? She says, getting 10 out. Maybe I'll do 10. The thing is, with these, you can always deconstruct them. If you've gone a bit mad and made too many and you don't use them all, you can just deconstruct them, pop them in your charm dangle drawer, and use the pieces for other things. You don't have, you know, you don't have to use them all. So let's see. I've got some really large pieces that I want at the back, so that would be a backing one. That would be a backing one. I need 10. That would be a backing one because it's quite large. So that's 3. I don't think we'll use that. That possibly 4. That definitely 5. I love that. This one 6. 7. I do want to use the laminated ones if I can. 8. Yeah, I think we'll make 10. So I love these, so I want to put some of those in. 9, and then let's have one of the other ones of those that's got the oh, there's that one as well. That'd be 10. Yeah, so I wonder if I could use the, oh, look at these as well. Look, I love that one. Let's see. Right, I'm wondering, I mean, I've got the little things like that I can use like on top of that. I've got little pieces of that that's cut out I can use on there. I can cut this up and use some of this because it matches the cover. Let's just cut a few of these. Actually, the best thing to do is to, we'll just do maybe 3 of these, I think. Let's just cut down here a bit. So I've just cut round the square with my pinking shears. I'm just going to cut it in half, and it'll make 2, and I have to make holes in it, of course. So let's get my hole punch, because there's no holes in those, so we'll make a hole in that one. There we go. And this one, so colourful. I love that fabric, but yeah. And then I've got pieces of lace, 1, 2, I've got ribbon. So let's see, where's my scissors gone? I've lost my scissors. I've got things like that, which would probably go on top of that one. I've got this one. I just love them. I love them all, and I really want to use them. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And if I make too many, well, I'll put some on bulb pins, and they can be for other things, can't they? So I'm just going to cut this into sort of the right size. I usually would have it at the back, but I think here, say for this one, I would have that there on the top of that. And then let's cut it a bit smaller. It would be the backing for the next piece that you put on, which would probably be, maybe you'd put a little ticket on there like that, and then we'd have to have some beads on our pin. I'm not sure how you get beads on this part of the pin though. I think you'd have to undo the pin and then do it back up again, so maybe beads are going to be a no for this one. But you put the things you want on the front on first, and then things on the back last. And then when you come to pin it on, you can just pin it on like that onto your paper, and you've got your thing. So I need to put something on here. I could put one of these tiny little buttons on there, couldn't I? That would look pretty, wouldn't it? Let's put that on there. Is that a sticker actually? That may actually be a sticker, I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. I did put some, don't ask me why I put stickers in there, but I did. So I'm going to pop that on there like that to decorate that. That looks really pretty. And then I want something else in front of that, maybe a charm. So let's have a look in my charms to see what I've got. I've got loads of different charms. I bought them from Temu. Here we are. So we've got pieces of wool. Let's have a bit of tape measure. I love that. I've even got a big needle there, look. Is there even a tiny safety pin? How cute. So now I've lost my pin. Here it is. So we'll put that on first. Then we'll have the tag. Then we'll have a piece of lace. And then finally that big laminated. There we are. How pretty is that? And I could perhaps as well tie a little ribbon into this, into the hole of the safety pin. Let's see. Let's have a bit of yellow ribbon in there. I don't want it to hide what's what's on the dangle, but I just do think it needs a little bit of extra something, because I haven't managed to get any beads on there. I don't know how to put beads on there. So let's see. We'll do a teeny tiny bow if we can. So my silly dogs today, I gave the two bigger dogs, my son's dog and my bigger dog Layla, I gave them each a raw carrot, and they didn't eat it. They just left it lying around. Well, my other little dog, Tallulah, is mad on carrot, whether it's raw or cooked. She loves it. And she's had a carrot herself. I cook carrots for her because she's got a growth in her mouth, and she's got, you know, she's 14, she's got old teeth and she can't chew a raw, well, I didn't think she would chew a raw carrot, but she has been around, snuffled up all these carrots, these raw carrots, eaten them all, and then she's promptly been sick in the hallway. Now, because she's been sick, because she's eaten too much, she's now hungry and wanting her dinner an hour early. This is what they do. There we go, look at that, that's gorgeous. I'm really pleased with that, and that'll look lovely on one of the pages. So let's pop that in there and let's make another one. So we will start off with a charm on the front. This time I think we're going to have a little ball of wool. Look how cute that is, a little ball of wool. We'll have a ball of wool and then maybe a bit of fabric this time instead of... It's actually a ball of wool with knitting needles through it, look. Can you see that? How cute is that? Love it. So we'll have that. Then we'll have some kind of ticket or label, I think. Let's have this ticket, and I'll just punch a little hole in that so that it can go on. Don't want a tiny ticket. Then we'll have some, let's have some fabric this time. We'll have a piece of the red fabric. That's really pretty. And the outside of that ticket is red, so it goes nicely with that. And then we want something to put on the back. So my favourite thing that I want to make sure I get put on is those scissors, and they're here. But I haven't got any red on them. They're green, aren't they? Let's see. No, that does work because there's reddy on. It's got like red embroidery on it. So let's put a little red ribbon at the top, and that's going to be gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited. Let me find some red ribbon. Found a bit of red ribbon. Let's do a little bow in here. It does work nicely having a little bow there, doesn't it? I think I will make a few on bulb pins so that I can put beads on them. Yeah, I think I'll do 5 on these pins and some on some bulb pins as well, just so I can put beads on them, because beads are in a haberdashery, I believe. To me, a haberdashery sells everything you would need for knitting, sewing, crafting, not for jewellery making, but I think it would have beads for things like embroidery and things like that. And I do believe it would have beads in it. I don't know, to be honest. It would have patterns, wouldn't it? Sewing patterns, knitting patterns, all the things you need that go with your knitting, like knitting needles, scissors, yeah, all that sort of thing. And I suppose you would probably have some stitch markers. They'd be good, wouldn't they? I used to make and sell stitch markers, but I used to, honestly, they don't sell for much, and the time it takes to make them, it just wasn't worth it in the end, so I stopped making them. But I did sell quite a few, because I'm the kind of person that when I get making them, I've got to make tons of them, not just... I used to make them in sets of 5, and I do them in themes, like a water themed one, so it'd have shells and fish on it, things like that. There's that one. You see how I've layered the bigger things to the smaller things, and then just popped a ribbon on there just to... I love them. They're coming out really well. I'm really pleased with them. So I've done 2 and I want to do 5. So what we're going to have on the front of this one, let's have... Oh, I've got a sewing machine. There's scissors. There's even glasses. Look at those glasses. Oh, shall we have... let's have a sewing machine. It's quite heavy, but I think it'll be okay. Then we'll have a little bit of lace. Now I need a tag in front of that lace, don't I? I've got a little teeny tiny tag there. I'll use that one. Yeah, that works. Then the lace. Yeah. And then maybe a label next. Or should we have the... Oh no, I've got that thing there. Let's have a label after that. Looks like this colour scheme is going to be blue because the edge of that label is blue. So put that creamy lace on that, we can get away with that. And then, have I got anything that's got blue on it? This is blue, isn't it? Needs a hole in it. I'm not sure that's going to hold on. It's not very sturdy. I think what we'll do, we'll have some of this, oh, that's got blue on it, hasn't it? Yes, that's got blue on it. And then we'll put a little bit of blue ribbon. That is so pretty with that lace and that there, isn't it? The lace just peeks out under the, so pretty. Right, let's find a little bit of blue ribbon to go on there. There we go, a pretty blue one. So that's 3. We'll do 2 more in these pins, and then I'll do 5 in the other pins. Some little tiny bits here as well. I've got this pair of scissors. I ought to have laminated some of these tiny bits, didn't I? I think I might do that. Although I may use them just to stick on things in the journal, which is why I haven't laminated them, because I thought, you know, I need other bits to decorate other parts of the journal, don't I? So what haven't we had? We've had wool, we've had a sewing machine. Let's have a little safety pin this time. A safety pin on a safety pin. We'll do a small one this time, I think. A little tiny dangle. So I've got the safety pin. Behind that I'm going to put this tiny little embroidery picture. It actually is a sticker, that is. But it's fine. And then I want a little bit of lace or ribbon. Show a bit of that velvet ribbon. It's so pretty, that velvet ribbon is. That's, oh yeah, we'll cut that down a bit. We don't need it that long. There we go. And then we'll have the scissors behind that. Yes, that's lovely. And then we'll have a little bit of ribbon or something in there, something small. Let's see, what have we got? We've got, don't think I've got anything that's purple or blue. I've got some blue gingham, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. Well, let's try a bit of this white fluffy wool. What we'll do, we'll just, I think it's called eyelash yarn. We'll just put a tiny bit through there and tie it. That's what I'm planning to do, if I can get it through. There we go. I'm just planning to put a little bit through and tie it so you can see the texture and colour of it. I'm not going to put it in a bow, it's too complicated to do that, but just a little tied bit like that, and then I'll just trim off the excess length. There we go. So that's that one. That's a little teeny tiny, well, it's not teeny tiny, but it's small compared to the others. There we are. So that's for one more then. What haven't we had? I think we haven't had scissors. So I'll have scissors, then we'll have maybe a piece of fabric. That's pretty fabric. And then something long behind it. Oh, we ought to have had a ticket before we had that ribbon, didn't we? Before we had that fabric. Let's have this ticket here. Oh yeah, and then we'll have the last thing on the end. This has got red on it, let's have that. There we go, that's pretty. And then I'll put a little red bow. Let me find my red ribbon again. Right, so I've got 5 with that pin, and then I'm going to do 5 with bulb pins, and I may use silver bulb pins because I've got gold ones of these, but my charms are actually silver, so they'll match the charms better, won't they? And I can put beads on them, so that's what I'm wanting to do. If you can't tie a bow, you can do what I did with the wool and just tie like a little bit through there to give, it's just the colour you need really, isn't it? That goes nicely, doesn't it? There we go. So then I'm going to change to bulb pins. Just bear with me a minute. I've got my 5 silver bulb pins. I've got some different coloured beads here in case we need different coloured. So which 5 am I going to use? That one, I think. 1, I want to use that one, that's 2. That one is 3, that one's 4. These are going to be my bases, you know, the biggest bit. And then I need one more. Oh, I don't think I've used one of those yet, have I? Let's use that one then. I think this needs a pink or a creamy bead, so let's put a pink or a creamy bead on here. I do have some just here. These are my favourite ones to use. So when you're putting beads on your bulb pin to make a cluster, you need to put your beads on first, because you're going to remember from front to back. So I'm going to put about 3 or 4 little beads on here. So I've put the 5 beads on, and the next thing's going to be the charm. We're doing this one, aren't we? So let's see. I'm running out of charms. I thought I had more than that. Should we have a pair of glasses? We have not had a pair of glasses, have we? So there is a different sewing machine as well, and there's different wool. So I think this time we'll go with a pair of glasses. We're going with things that are this colour. So let's have some creamy coloured lace. That's a long bit. That's quite a long bit. I thought I'd cut some smaller. I must have used them. So let's cut this a bit smaller. We'll find a ticket or something to put in the front. We can't use these tickets because they are for my popping lace onto. We'll do that in a minute when I've done the charms. Let's see. Oh, I love that one as well. I want something to go in front of the lace is what I'm looking for. We'll go with that. It's got a brown edge. I think that'll be okay. It'll go with it. Then we'll have the lace, and then we'll have this that I've laminated. Yes, that's perfect, isn't it? So that's one. Then this one, what are we going to have for this one? Let's do the blue gauge thing there. So if we're going to do blue, we need blue beads. I've got some blue beads here. Right, so we've got our beads on. This time I'll have a different yarn ball. We've had that one with the needles in. This is just one that's ready to be used. Then we'll have this little blue ticket because we've got a blue thing. Then we'll have, I haven't got any blue lace or blue fabric, so we'll just have a piece of this lace. That'll be fine. Just need to cut it a bit shorter. I want it to show, but I don't want it to, well, it's nice that it's folded in half, and then we've got that big long, beautiful. So that's 2. And then, so next we'll use this one. It can be any colour, can't it? I think it needs a darker colour though. Maybe the green. Should we go with green for this one? Yep, that's a good idea. I do have green things I can use, so, and plus the green beads are right next to the opening. Then we'll have, I've seen this little green thing here, look. That'll be good on it. But what charm shall we have? We haven't had a needle yet. Let's have a needle. It's quite long, but so is that, so that's fine. Then we'll have this. And then we need either a piece of fabric. We've got, oh, this would do, won't it? This would work nicely because it's a greeny colour, isn't it? Turquoise. Oh, that looks really, really good together, that does. And then we'll hang that on the back. Perfect. Love it. Put any lace on though, did we? I know we put that material on, but I still feel like we need a bit of lace on there. I'm going to pop that bit on there just behind that material. Yes, that's it. Perfect. Love it. That's 3, I think. So now I really want to do this one. And I really want to do that one. And I really want to do that one. I can't do them all, can I? Got some more bits here I could possibly use. So let's bring them over. So the bit for the next one. So that's that one. Here we go. They're so easy to make, these little charms. I know people make really elaborate ones, but I don't feel that I need to. You know, I love these little charms that I make with these things. Look at that. That was so pretty with that heart on it, isn't it? And it's interesting to look at with the different things on it as well. That actually has come out really pretty, look, hasn't it? And I haven't put any beads on the front of that one. I don't think it needs it. It's got lots going on, hasn't it? So that's that one. It has a button, it has lace, it's got whatever that other thing. I think it's a latch hook for doing latch hook rugs. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is staple the lace onto the card, and then if the person who gets the journal wants to use that, they can do, can't they? They can just undo the staple and use it. Just like that, and then I can just use them in the journal. They need something attaching to them, don't they? Like a pin or something, or a, maybe putting on a they need putting on something, don't they? I'm sure they'll be fine. I'll be able to use them for something. And then the last one is this one. So I may just fold that over a bit. It's quite a long piece, and then just staple it at the top like that. So it could be taken off and used if desired. There we go. So that was my charm dangle making video. I hope that was useful to someone. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.